guys, today I filmed for you a tutorial on the look that I'm wearing right now. It's a really warm cranberry smoky eye. It's a little bit gothic and vampy, but if you ditched the plum brown lip and used a nude lipstick or a lip gloss instead, it would look a lot less gothic. I did the whole thing using this Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. It is an absolutely stunning palette. It looks like this. I got this for Christmas and it has quickly become my favorite eyeshadow palette of all time. Like, if I had to throw out every single one of my eyeshadow palettes and keep only one, this would hands down be the one that I keep. It is absolutely stunning. Everybody raves about it, and for good reason. Every single shade in here is just so pigmented and creamy and blendable and perfect in every way, which is really rare for an eyeshadow palette because even the best eyeshadow palettes, usually there's like one or two colors that just like are kind of meh, but with this one, every single shade is top notch. Like, I can't say enough good things about this palette. I know this palette is pretty hard to get your hands on because, like I said, it is so raved about. If you go on YouTube and type in like Beauty Guru 2016 favorites, you'll find this palette mentioned in like literally 99% of the 2016 favorites videos because it is just that good. So if you can get your hands on this, I highly recommend buying this palette. You can do so much with it. The possibilities are endless. For this look, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of the 14 colors, because when I'm doing like really blown out smoky eyes, I just find the more colors you use, the more blended and gradient the looks become. So since it was like a one palette tutorial, I figured why not use as many of the shades as possible. Like I said, I got it for Christmas. My mom went to like 10 different Sephoras to find me this palette, so I'm so grateful to her for that. It is just so stunning and I could not be happier. So if you want to see how to get this look, then keep watching. Okay, so I have my foundation and my eyebrows on, so we're going to jump right into the eyes. Okay, I'm going to take this color here called Burnt Orange, and I'm just going to put that all in my crease. And I'm not going to be very careful with where I place this at all, just because I want it to be really blown out and smoky. As you can see, I'm just kind of putting that color everywhere, and I'm bringing it right into the inner corner here. Next, I'm going to take this color right here called Raw Sienna, and I'm just going to put that everywhere that I put the burnt orange color. For this, just alternating back and forth with windshield wiper motions and little circular motions, and it really just helps really blow this out. Next, just on the same brush again, I'm going to take this color here called Red Ochre, and I'm going to put that basically in the same places where I put the other two colors. I'm just going to keep it a little tiny bit lower. So just being a little bit more careful with the placement of this color. I mentioned it before in one of my other tutorials, this layering of colors, it just really helps the look really nice and blended and blown out. So the more colors you use, the more blended your looks are going to be. That's my opinion, at least. Okay, so now we're gonna pack a color onto the lid, so I'm just gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna use this brush here. This is a 9S brush by Makeup Forever, and it's just like a nice firm dome crease brush. It's actually not a crease brush. It's a nice firm dome like lid shader brush. I'm gonna take this color here called Venetian Red, and it's like a really beautiful red, kind of like a hint of pink in it. And I'm going to pack that right on the lid. And I'm gonna keep it below my natural crease. So just on the lid. So now I'm going to take this brush again. It's still dirty from before, but I'm just going to dip into red ochre and burnt orange. And I'm going to use that to blend the Venetian red color into the crease. So just one little dip in each, tap off the excess, and then just sweeping that right where the two shadows meet. So now I'm going to go back in with this dome-shaped brush, and I'm going to take this really dark brown here. It's called Cypress Umber. I'm not going to clean the brush or anything, but I'm just going to pack that right on the lid, but even just a little bit lower than where we put Venetian Red. And then I'm going to go back in with my dirty Sigma E35, and I'm just going to very lightly blend that out. I'm barely touching my eye right now. I'm holding my brush really low, and I'm just using a very light hand just to blend out that harsh line. And now, just to bring back a little bit more warmth, I'm going to take this pink color here. It's called Love Letter. On my same Sigma E35 brush, I'm not cleaning it, and I'm going to sweep that pretty much right over everything. Next, I'm going to take a clean crease brush. This one here is the Luxie 205 tapered blending brush, and I'm going to take this shade here called Real Gar, and I'm also going to place that in the crease, but a little bit higher than where we put Love Letter. And I'm really bringing this color up pretty high. Okay, so the final step for my top lid is just taking a clean brush like this. Just any clean fluffy brush will do. And I'm just gonna go over the very top of everything, just so there's no harsh lines and it all looks really smoky and blended. Now to highlight, I'm going to take this shade right here called Vermeer on a pointy pencil brush, and I'm going to pop that right on the inner corner of my eye. And just under my brow bone. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off my face makeup before I finish off my eyes. So I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Fair Neutral, and I'm just going to put this under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my Cupid's bow. And the reason I didn't do this before I did my eye makeup was because I wanted to be able to clean up any fallout if there was any. It looks like there was a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. Now to set my under eyes, I'm going to use this shade in the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I'm not going to bake today just because that concealer that I used is so brightening that I just don't feel the need to. So now I'm taking my Sephora Multitasker contour brush, and I'm going to take this middle shade in the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I'm going to use that to contour. Now I'm going to take my Benefit Hoola Bronzer, and I'm just going to use that to warm up the rest of my face. Blush, I'm going to use my Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush. For highlight, I'm going to use my absolute favorite highlighter. It's the Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. It's just so beautiful. It's a really strong highlight though, so I wouldn't use this if you are not a person that likes to glow, because you are going to glow with this highlighter. And to apply that, I'm going to use my Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to put that right on my cheekbones, on my temple in a C shape. And down the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. To contour my nose, I'm going to go back in with my Benefit Hoola Bronzer and an angled crease brush. This is the ABH Cosmetics 119, and what I like to do is just like pack a lot of product onto this brush and then tap it all off, and then I just use the very tip of the brush, and I very lightly go down the side of my nose, just using the tip, and I'm only going to put it there. I'm not going to bring it all the way down to the tip of my nose, or it's just going to make my nose look even longer than it is, which kind of defeats the purpose. So basically you can see where I put that product. I basically just drew two lines down the side of my nose, and then I'm going to connect it to my eyebrow. And now there's very little left on my brush, so I'm just going to pull it down the sides just to kind of blend that harsh line. And you can already tell that my nose, the bridge of my nose, looks thinner already, but I'm not quite done. So I'm gonna go back into my Hoola bronzer, pick up some product, and basically tap it all off. And then right here, I want my nose to look a little bit more like pig-like, I guess. So I'm just going to draw a little line, just like that. Let me zoom you in so you can see. So I just drew a little line just like that. And then I'm also going to do a little V on the tip of my nose. And I'm just going to shade the underside. And then what I like to do to make it really blended is take a brush like this. This is the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. And I'm just going to go over all the lines that I drew just to blend them out. There's nothing on this brush, it's a clean brush, but it's just going to blend out everything so there's no harshness and it looks like a shadow. And there you go. So now I just need to finish up my lower lash line, so I'm going to go back into my Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to use this brush right here. This is a Makeup Forever 14S. It's like a kind of like a thicker pencil brush. And I'm going to take the color Burnt Orange, and I'm going to mix it with Raw Sienna, so these two. Tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to run that right underneath my lower lash line and connect it to the upper lid area. Next, I'm going to take this color, Red Ochre, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Using the same brush, I'm not cleaning it, because ain't nobody got time for that. Next, I'm going to take this black eye pencil. This one's by Jordana, and I am going to put that on my waterline, and I'm also going to tightline with it. Next, I'm going to take my L'Oreal Voluminous mascara, and I'm just going to coat my top lashes with this. I absolutely love this mascara. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that. But I don't like it for my bottom lashes anymore. I just find it makes them too chunky, so I always use something different for my bottom lashes. For lashes today, I'm going to use these ones here. They are the Vegas Nay Grand Glamour lashes. You can't buy these in Canada, I don't think, or at least I've never found them in Canada, but you can buy them at Walmart in the States. For my bottom lashes, I'm going to use Makeup Forever Excessive Lash Mascara, just because, like I said, the Voluminous makes my lashes just like a bit too chunky. The liner I'm using for my lips today is by MAC, and it's called Strip Down, and the lipstick that I used is a Maybelline one called Espresso Exposed. Now, in hindsight, I would have used a darker, more berry-toned lip liner because I remember this lipstick being a little bit more brown than it actually is. So it ended up being a little bit more plum-colored, but it worked, so I just went with it. Now, going in with lipstick straight from the tube can get a little bit messy and not as precise as maybe you might like, but it's all good. If you just go in with a clean concealer brush afterwards, you can just go around the edges and it'll look perfect. that is everything for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there's anything you want to see, please feel free to leave me a comment or send me a message. I am going to do my best to film at least 1 to 2 videos per week going forward, so any feedback on like the types of videos you guys want to see, I'm not sure whether you want it more dramatic looks like the one today, or if I should keep it more simple, like more everyday wearable looks, or maybe like a mixture of both. So let me know what you guys want to see. That would really help me out. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!